want to thank Ron and Marianne for letting us come here tonight. That's awesome of you guys.
You know, it's
and your doggies.
Yeah.
For sure, we've had a lot going on, but maybe during this time, how have the two of you encouraged one another to believe together?
I mean, we get up in the morning, and obviously coffee's the first thing we grab, but we come out here and he reads the Bible, and I have my stack of devotions and things that I read here, and my prayer book, which unfortunately I add people that I see on Facebook that need prayer. Pastor had talked about, you know, like, I'm going to pray for you type thing, but I find out what he had said is when you need to pray for somebody, I do it right then and there. Mm-hmm. So I've tried to be more conscious of that, but I don't want to forget, because unfortunately there have been a lot of prayer requests. If it's somebody that has passed away or someone that is in need of something, I take my pen, I make a little note, and I'll mark the date and check it that I've sent a card, or I sent them some money, or I just feel the Spirit guide me to do that. I've always loved to give. Ron and I love to give to people and do things. I feel as we're blessed, we're to be blessing other people.
How about you, Ron?
I think, you know, she's had some kind of up and down days with her shoulder surgery that she's had, and I try to encourage her to, you know, have faith that we'll get through this, and yeah, it's a long healing process, but, you know, I think that I know that God is taking care of us, and you'll heal up eventually, and maybe there'll be some good that comes out of it as well.
So how have the two of you been growing together, and maybe growing with people at church?
Always try to compliment him, like the jobs have slowly opened up. Mm-hmm. He's been trying to work on our rental because we're preparing it to sell. And because I have been up and down a little with the frustration that physically I can't do the things I used to do at my age, and that's bothered me and concerned me, but he's been so loving and giving that it's brought us, I feel, closer in that respect. Because I always tell him, you know, I love you so much, and you do such a great job, and he's such a hard worker, and I just feel that I'm so blessed that, you know, we always say we love each other and kiss before we go to bed. Mm-hmm. You know, we always hug each other in the morning, mm-hmm. But we always say God is number one in our lives. Mm-hmm. And I think being more home together somehow, you know, because people are always on a rush all the time, that mm-hmm. In that respect it has brought us closer. You know, God's blessed us with what we have, mm-hmm. and it's our responsibility to take care of it.
Right.
Yeah, I think we've had a chance to slow down a little bit and enjoy life a little bit more, as far as being quiet and reading, and you know, I think it's been a time to maybe reorganize our priorities a little bit and understand that, you know, life as we know it is going to be a little different, but I believe God will provide us, you know, the means and ways to get through everything, and mm-hmm. I think that maybe reset the priorities a little bit. My word of the year was balance, and I've been trying to find a good work-life balance, and it's been a little tough last couple of weeks because I've been really pushing to get the house prepared to sell across the street, but I think I've been able to find some more of that, you know, and I think that's kind of helped me mentally to be a little more, maybe a little more relaxed, not quite so rushed, you know.
Marianne, what's been your word for the year?
Change. Little did I know what an impact that word was going to have. And every year when we are at church and talk and think about a word, I always ask the Spirit, what word? I have a lot of words that come to mind. And everywhere I was reading a devotion or something like that, change just popped out at me. And like I said, little did I know the impact that that was going to have with so many things in our lives, things that we do daily. A big change for me was, after talking to my son and Ron, is to finally tell myself, you've got a 54-year career. I had 29 years with the police department. I had 17 with the Calhoun County Prosecutor's Office. And they said, Mom, with the COVID hit and everything, it's time. And it was a bittersweet decision, but with everything going on, and it was closed. I mean, I had been gone because of my shoulder surgery, and then of course they closed the office in general, other than, people still get arrested and have to go in. And we wore masks. I gave my letter, and I went in quietly one night, and I gave my letter of resignation, and it actually later on gave me a peace, like I don't have to be rushed all the time.
Right.
I'm an early person, unfortunately. I get up between 4:30 and 5:30. But that gives me my quiet time. Like I get up in the morning, I'll make coffee, and then I come out and I have my time with God, with my devotions, my prayer books, a tablet that I started writing about the changes. I started just little things like what people were doing before this COVID hit. And, like people participating, everybody being busy, and people were always in a rush. Nobody had time for dinner. Nobody had time for God, a lot of people. They were rushing here, rushing there. And, suddenly I wrote that one morning, like suddenly everything as we know it has changed. People get tired of the new norm, but life as we knew it is never going to be the same again.
Right.
But the one thing that's always solid and stands there is God and God's Word.
Yeah.
God's power is made perfect in our weakness. I would write little things that I felt the Spirit talk to me in the morning. So it was little things, like our world is unpredictable, it's unsafe, but then it always goes back to God and God's Word. And so things like that have really been speaking more to me during this more downtime, and of course stay at home because I'm a senior, and we have to be more cautious.
Right. So, we always have challenges of where we can serve. Has God spoke to either one of you of, as we move forward, maybe you want to serve in this capacity in your community or at Dexter Lake?
I mean, I've always loved hospitality. That's always been a greeter, or years ago we used to have, like where the cafe at church is now, I'd always bring in cookies or do coffee and things back then. I've always enjoyed it. I love people. I have to admit right now I'm a little more cautious. I miss the hugs and the handshakes, but I'm just not ready to jump that quick back in. I don't know, maybe it's just being a little overcautious, but like I said, I love sending cards. I love doing things for people.
Ron, you serve our community with your real estate. What are some other areas that you feel God leading you to serve? You contribute so much to the worship team.
Yes, thank you, but I play when I can. I feel bad that I've not been able to join the group lately, but I'm looking forward to getting back, soon, and being able to play. And it's not only, I enjoy the playing, and it's nice to be able to collaborate with others, but it's also nice, like the time we have in the back before the service, and we have devotions back there, and we prayed together, and I think that it's brought us as a team, closer together, and I know the players, come and go and are kind of interchangeable parts, and it's nice that we have that teamwork is, in a sense, to me, it's God at work, being able to create a team and Pastor Justin had said, he's never been with a group that gets together along so well and helps each other out, and so it's nice to be part of that team.
Good. Well, I just want to again say thank you so much for letting us come into your home, and we'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Love everyone at Dexter Lake and miss them all. appreciate all the pastors and the wives and all of our ministries.
Yeah, we do. Can't wait to see you again.
Yeah.